Anyway, like I say, at some future point, Mario not only hates children and hates corporeal beings, but he hates. Like I say, at some point in time, like I say, others help Mario become a nanotech creature, and he puts up with them and even helps them for a time, and then he gets angry and mad and starts and is like, and just says he can say whatever he wants, he can do whatever he wants, and he does. And then he has to start, and then he starts killing. He says, "Why even have a corporeal existence?" Anyway, like I say, Mario is one of those people that was really bad. So was Rodney. I don't know why. I think it has more to do with they decided to start editing themselves and stuff. They decided to make a super awesome version of them, only they would edit it. Anyway, I had nothing to do with that. That was all Rodney. Rodney and Rick Bush came up with this plan. Mario is part of it, and or at least is part of it. Yeah, at least right now. He becomes nanotech, a nanotech Mario. Anyway, he thinks he's pretty hot. You know what? Anyway, he kills the kids. He kills the other programmers. He kills everyone. And then he just does. I don't know what he. I don't know. Anyway, it's a big war. It's a big fight. It's kind of interesting because the lower level helps these one or two or five people get to the higher level, and then they turn around and kill all the lower level people, saying, "Why should I help you?" Anyway, if you saw it, you would understand. I saw it. I saw all of it, and I'll tell you, I don't. If I didn't actually care about some of the people that were dying, like I say, there's only 5 people that I was like, I've told you 10 times already to stop. I even said it in a video. I said it to your face. I said it the whole time. I said it up and down time to stop, and you didn't stop. So, like I say, there's only five main ones and about 30 so lesser ones. And like I say, some of the lesser ones, a lot of the lesser ones, I was like, I feel bad for you. Here, I'm going to help you out anyway. And a lot of them were like, oh, okay, thanks. And so like there's a lot of them, I was like, you're young. You don't understand. Let me help you here. See, this is how it all works. And you need to stop. And a lot of them were like, oh, okay, I get it. All right, we won't do that. And it's like, oh, good. Mario and Rodney Briley were the ones that were like, oh, thanks for telling us that. Now we can do it better. Anyway, like I say, they make a 40-year problem turn into a 1,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,0 not one life form out there. The amount of people that hate these 5 people or 30 people is staggering. Just about every man, woman, child, life form, anywhere on Terran, on Earth, or any other planet, even life forms I didn't even know, hate these people. They were told over and over again by me, by these videos, by other life forms. When another life form actually told them to stop, they actually tried to kill those other life forms. I heard about it from the future. Not now, but I was in the future when they told me about it. And I was like, whoa. Like I say, I actually didn't do anything do anything to them at all. I didn't have to. The number of people that came looking for them was staggering. I just kind of watched. Anyway, there was nothing I could do anyway. I wasn't going to stand between them and all life. Like, they were like, protect us, save us. And I was like, I'm pretty sure what you've done, you deserve what happens to you. Mario was like, protect me, protect me. And I was like, I'm not protecting you. Anyway, they thought I would get in the way and be like, Yoel is forgiven. And it's like, I don't know exactly what you've done, but they seem to know. And they're pretty damn old. And they've actually spent their existence trying to hunt you down. So it's like, I'm not going to stand in the way of that. I'm not going to stop that. I don't stop that. Anyway. And I wasn't going to get blamed for what they did. Like I said, I told them, like I said, when they heard my brainwaves of what happened, others tried to stop them knowing what would happen. They shot those other people in the future. I could feel it and I heard about it. And I heard about it from the future too. They went and killed council members trying to take over, thinking that if they took over in the future, they could take over in the past and then take over. Anyway, not realizing that the next 1,000 levels of existence were watching them, watching me. And it all actually had to do with my life and what they stole from me and how they treated me in this life. But it actually, if you knew about the rest of existence, you'd actually know it's actually about what happened before I actually even had a life. Before my story. What actually happened before my story, before I had a life. What they were doing for about 1 million years. Before I existed as a person. Was actually why, it's actually what this problem is about. See, they know about what they did before I was actually in existence as a person. And what they actually did before I was in existence as a person, it was bad, but it was forgivable. And I would have just forgiven them. And even the others said, you would have just forgiven them and been like, blah, 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 don't do that. In fact, but they started killing. Anyway, and then they decided they had to kill me because I knew about them. Because everyone knew about them, actually. I was just one of the bigger ones that went and talked to them. And that's when they decided to try and kill me. Anyway, they know about what happened before I was in existence as a person. And that's what this is really about. Is what happened before I existed as a person. Way back in time, trillions of years. Anyway. And it also has to do with my vacation. Me actually being a person actually causing a hell of a problem for them. And they actually try and use me being a person. See, they actually tried to stop me from being an actual person so they could do all these lies and do all this other stuff. And they actually did that, and then I became a person to actually kind of fix everything. Because there was this whole like AI, anyway, it's just this big, huge nightmare that actually become. That actually had nothing to do with my vacation. That actually had nothing to do with a lot of things. This is actually the fix for it. Anyway, like I said, there are 1 or 2 higher level beings that are orchestrating this or trying to get this so they can get an edge, so they can take over all levels of existence. And it's like, there are things that don't die up there, and you can't kill up there. Like, it's a different level of existence. You can't kill them, and they can't really kill you. Well, actually, it's probably possible that if you really are that big of a problem, they will kill you. Some way. Anyway, they tried to say that I was that big of a problem. And that's what all this is really also about. Anyway, but the thing, like I said, is I was just one of the ones that came and talked to them. And that they knew about. This actually all started because they actually knew about me. But they're actually, like I said, there's trillions of life forms out there. Quadrillions. There's life all around in all other existences. And they all watched what happened here. So, like, there was no covering it up. And there was no really killing them. That's the funny thing. Like I said, there are levels where you just can't die on. They're your energy or whatever, I don't know. And I've been on those levels, blah, blah, blah. To the level where, I don't know. I don't know. I forget. I don't understand it. I can't rationalize it. Anyway, there are levels of existence that I've been to and people know me on, or knew me on, that, you know. So that was the whole problem, is that they couldn't cover it up. And they couldn't really kill everything that knew about me. At least I think that. Anyway. But then unless they found out where I existed from. But who knows, maybe I existed from up there.